Bonjour mesdames et messieurs, in this episode we're going to try to take some cool photos in Venice Beach, California. Bonjour mesdames et messieurs, my name is Serge Ramelli. I'm a French photographer from the amazing, the incredible city of Paris, France. And right now I'm in Venice Beach, California. So I'm gonna show you how I compose my photos. I'm gonna give you the raw files. I'm gonna give you even some presets to use the raw files. So come and follow me here in Venice Beach. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to make 2 videos per week, every Tuesday and every Friday at 9 a.m. All you have to do is click the subscribe button and click the little bell so you get a notification every time I make a video. All right, so come and follow me in Venice Beach, California, and let's take some photos. It's kind of important to underexpose the photo. Wow. You see how the water has this sort of like reflection? It's crazy.
It does. It's beautiful. It's so rich.
It's very bohemian type of, spirit. And that's an interesting. Yeah. This is like, if you underexpose this is beautiful now. Alright, so I'm here in the studio and I'm going to show you how we can take this sort of boring daylight photo and turn it into some really cool shots. So first I'm going to go through what I got from the Venice Beach, the Venice Canal photo shoot. And what I usually do is I just give a 1 star to photo that I think have a potential. So this one, I'm going to give it a 1 star. I like, the reflection of the house. The light is really boring though, really boring. I don't know why I picked all 3. I think I'm gonna give 0 to this one, 0 to this one. This one, I'm gonna give it a 1. We had a bit of an interesting light there. We'll see. I like when it's not too much things going on. This one is kind of cool because we got a strong leading line, so I'm giving it a 1. But this part is a little bit confused, so I moved a little bit on the right side and I only have this as an anchor, and I've still got the leading lines. I like that red house. And the light is a little bit better, still a bit of a boring light, but we'll make it better in a second. So this one I'm giving it a 2 star. And then I found this, I like this little boat there, but you see, I have a rule in photography, let me do this, is you don't want to have something interesting too close to the border of your photo. So what I did is I did a little panel, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, I wanted this extra space because I was shooting at a maximum of 24 millimeter. And so that's the final panel that I got by just, going here, right click, photo merge, panorama. Okay, and I use cylindrical as the projection as just a way to, stitch the photo. And voila, and that's the result. I clicked on merge and I'm having this one. This one I'm giving it a 2-star and I'll show you how I retouched it. Okay, now we have this one, which I gave it a 1-star because I like, the sun was starting to come down. So gave it more interesting. The reflections are so amazing. If you get a chance to go to the Venice Canal in Los Angeles, it's really nice. So this one I picked. This one is kind of okay, but the leading lines is a bit on the right side, so I'm not going to pick it. This one is too confused to me, with a lot of... Unfortunately, it was low tide, and when it's low tide, you've got all this mess here. And so it's not as nice as high tide. So this one, I'm not even giving it a 1. 1 just means it has a potential. This one is very graphical. I like it, the reflection, so I'm giving it a 1. This one, I like it. It reminds me of Tuscany because of the tree. I'm definitely giving it a 1. And then move forward. This is the same one, but I wanted, you see, I cut the tree, so this one I'm giving it a 0. This one I've got the tree in full. I rather like that. There was a model being shot there. I just took a photo of that, but it's like whatever. Then we got, the light was getting more interesting. This one I'm giving it a 1. This one I'm definitely giving it a 1. This one, I am not giving it anything because it's just too confusing. We don't have the full reflection of the tree. That house is so big, it's very dark shadows. I don't know, just too much going on. Maybe this side here is kind of cool. Actually, you know what? I actually took another photo just for this side because I love that tree. The fact that we can see the whole tree and that there is space around it. This one, I'm definitely giving it a 1. Okay, this one I tried, but it's like too much things going on. Too much things going on. We got all the dirt there. We got the paths. Just too much things. This one is whatever. This one is too flat. There's no depths. This one is more interesting. We have depths. This one I'm actually giving it a 2 because now we're starting to have a good light. We might have to, do less things to get the light more interesting. And this one is cool. I'm giving it a 1 too. Okay. Next is Venice Beach. So we crossed, it's like 2 blocks away and you come to the Venice Pier. So this one I'm giving it a 1. I shot it, tried everything going left side of the, the pier, going under the pier. Not that nice under the pier. Going to the right side. This one I'm giving it a 1. Back under the pier, tried so many things, This one I also gave it a 1. Oh, so I started trying to do some long exposure. So what I did is I went to f22, ISO 50 because you can on the Sony a7R2, R3, sorry, and on 2 and on the 1 also, you can go to ISO 50, which is amazing because it makes the sensor, less sensible, and so it's easier to get a half a second exposure because I wanted to get sort of like a flowy water. So that's one I'm definitely keeping. And then this one was like whatever. Yeah, I didn't like the shape. I tried just different framings. Some of them work. Some of them they work when it's blurry. This one is okay. I think it's potential. It's a 1 second exposure. That's why it's brighter. But, I don't know. I'm just giving it a 1. We'll see what happens. And now I'm still at 1 second exposure f22. This one, I gave it a 1 because we can see the whole pier. Well, there is some water there. And then I moved again to the other side of the pier, still with a 1 second exposure. This one I actually gave it a 2 because the 1 second actually did a nice flow, and I like the fact that we have a little bit here. I think when you take beach photography, the most important is the foreground element, like the way the water flows. This one I'm giving it a 1, but you see, I stopped doing the long exposure thing by going back to f4.5 at 1/40th second. I was like, why not? Let's see if, capturing the water as it flows might be nicer. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not really crazy about it. Maybe this one I'll give it a 1. And then this one I give it a 1, because I just like the shape of the water. And this one I'm giving it a 1. And voila. And this one I actually gave it a 2. I mean, it's, you know, just the same photo. Oh, this one is kind of cool. I'm going to give it a 1. You know, it's just different shape of the wave. And sometimes the different shape of the wave can give you something different. And then it got really dark. The light started going on. So that was kind of the last one. And this one, I give it a 1. So now what I do is I filter everything with a 1, and I'm going to be using the a free pack of preset, and I'm only going to be using this free pack of preset for this video, and it's called the Serge Natural Light Pack, which you see here. All right, all you have to do to get your asset is click the link that's just below the video, and then you put in your email address, then you put in first name, last name, and create a password, and boom, you are in. You have the preset of the brushes. You just can click on view, and then you can download the source files. Now, if you're already a member, you click on the same link, you put your email address and click sign up for free, and it's gonna take you and just add it to your library. That's all you have to do. Once you've installed it, it's called Natural Preset. I made 2 versions, a Lightroom 6 version, which works really well, or a Lightroom CC Classic version, and which is XMP files. So that's more for Lightroom CC. This should work in Lightroom CC, Lightroom Mobile, iPad version of Lightroom, that's the XMP version. And this one is for the version that's on the LR templates. Now, if you want to be, you know, very neat in your organization, what you can do is you need to create a group. Now, the way to create a group for preset in Lightroom, one way that I find is safe is you take any photo, you just do whatever you want with it here, and you click here on create preset. So you go here, create preset, and here in group, you can go here, create a new group. I've already done it, called Serge Natural Light, and you just give whatever name you want, and boom, you got a group. And once you have the group, you right click, you click on import, and you just click the first preset, the last preset, and click on import, and boom, you're gonna have a group like this, Serge Natural Light, with all the presets. All right, so let's get cooking here. So the first one is really boring. I'm gonna try to make it into a more awesome photo. So I'm going to use my golden hour linear preset because it was golden hour time. Check this out. All I did is click and it already looks much better. Now, when you use my preset, the first thing you have to do is go into the circle here, okay, and find out where the sun is, because you have a circle for the sun. Now, the sun was behind me. It was not there. So what you can do is when the sun is not really in a shot, you can make it even bigger and you just move it on the side. So it just adds a little bit of, you know, a little bit of glow, but it doesn't overpower the photo. Okay, once you've done that, you hold on the Alt on your keyboard, the Alt key, and you move and you make sure your black point is about 2 or 3% of the image. What you see here in green, yellow, and red is pixels which are the 100% black. You don't want to have too much like this. You don't want to have too little like this. What you're looking for is something like this. It's a good contrast. Okay. On the whites, it's the same thing. You hold on the Alt key. Now on the whites, you don't want to have any. Unless it's city lights, then it's kind of okay. But if it's not city light, you want 0. You want to be at the threshold of red points or no points. Okay, and then you're good. Add a bit of contrast. And already it sort of turned a boring daylight photo into more dramatic. But wait for the rest, because we were completely the opposite side of the photo. I have some vignetting here, which is really funny because usually I have the lens profile. They didn't detect the lens profile. That's weird. That never happens. So you can go to Sony and boom. I don't know why it happened, but it should have detected the lens profile. And yeah, I don't know why that didn't do that. But okay. And so also what you can do is you got gradients here. So you can go here and make sure the gradients is like you want. You can even lower them to make them a little stronger. In this case, that kind of works cool. I got a dust here I got to take care of. Dust comes even when you're very clean. Okay, so this one, I'm not even giving it a 2 because it's like, yeah, it's okay, but I think I have better. Okay, now this one could be more interesting, but I don't like so much the composition. It's too squeezed. We can't really see. I think this one's going to work better like this. So what you can do here, you can see here, because I'm shooting manual, so I'm at 24 millimeter, 1/60th of a second, f.9. This one is 1/60th of a second, f.9. I don't change so often. You see 160, f.9, ISO 100. So I have this habit of shooting in manual mode so that every photo has the same shutter speed and the same exposure and the same ISO. Why? Well, I'll show you why. Because then I can just take this photo, for example. I can go to my golden hour linear circle, which has like 27 different sliders. And look at this. It's already looking way better. Remember, first thing you want to do is take the circle and put it where the sun truly was, which was here. Okay. All right. Let me press I so that we don't have this in the way. And if you think, I think in this case, it's a little too strong, you can always, that's the value of that circle. You can always make it a bit lower. And then I'm going to check out my black point. Okay, it's way too strong, so I'm going to back it down. I'm going to check out my white point. I want to go to the threshold. Voila. And maybe add a bit of contrast. And I'm liking this. It's not the best, but now that I've done that, so I have applied a preset, which you got, remember the link is under the video, 27 different sliders in one click. And now I'm going to select this one. I'm going to select the panel. I'm going to select this one, this one. I'm going to select this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. All the photos I took in Venice Beach. And I'm going to click on synchronize, synchronize everything. Boom. And now I can go much faster in my selecting. So I can go directly to this one. I'm like, ooh, this one just right off the bat looks amazing. Okay. So I can go here, make sure while the sun was at the right place, which is cool. I can check out my gradients. Okay. Maybe I want my gradients to be a little more like this. You could adapt for every photo, but the time you economize by doing this way is huge, because you're like, oh, I really like this photo because I like this house. I like the anchor point here. Let's see here. It did the profile really work well on this one. That's good. Thank you, Lightroom, for not being buggy. And so one thing you should know is I do not use the upright function in my presets. So you might want to do the upright just to make sure it's really straight. Then yeah. Okay, now everything is straight. Because I find that when you do that in preset, it doesn't work well. So this one I'm definitely giving it a 2-star. And you see it took me 2 seconds. So 2-star. Okay, now this one is the panel that I did. And I want to do some more things to it. So I'm going to crop it here. And I think I want to crop it more like this. What I was trying to do is get this boat here and this light here. So maybe something like this. And why not go Instagram? Let's have a viral photo on Instagram. 4x5 is Instagram format, And voila. And now, of course, I have to go here, and you can see that the sun was here, and that was not the true location. It's here, but you can always go right-click here, duplicate, and put another one here because I think it works really well to have one in the center. Except that all we want is the light. We don't necessarily want the sun, and it's a little too strong. So it's like an anchor point. So this one, I'm gonna basically go here, go to exposure. Everything is going to come down to 0. I'm just going to add a bit of exposure and that's it. So we have like a bit of an anchor point. We actually can duplicate it and put it here too. And this one is way too strong because that boat is catching lots of light. I just wanted, so I'm going to bring it down to like 0.36 something just to have a little bit of light. And I really like this one. This one's going to do great on Instagram. Maybe make it a bit brighter and maybe go here and, make the gradients a bit darker. You always have to check the gradients. But you see, because I shoot manual and because I use a preset as a starting point, it goes much faster. I love this one, so giving you a 2-star. So that's really for me turning like a boring daylight into an amazing photo. Okay, look at this one. I didn't do anything. I just synchronized my preset. Looks awesome. So when you see, I don't like this when the light is so visible like this. So I'm just gonna blow it up with opening the highlights. I'm going to check my black point because I think I could use a bit more. My white point, I have to back it down. So you have always to do that. Maybe just make it a little darker and a bit more exposure. Something like this. Oh, I really like this one. This one's got a good feeling. I'm giving it a 2. Okay, next one. And next one is, yeah, you know what? I like the house. I like the boat, but it's too flat to me because it's too, 2D. It needs to be more 3D. This one works really well for me. Look at this one. I just need to move around a few things. So, okay, here is my gradient. So you have to watch for something. Sometime when you have a portrait photo, the gradients and the radial circle is going to be at the wrong place. So to move this, you just move this lower, and you take the tip and you make this smaller. And the sun was really on the side, so I'm going to put it back here on the side here. Voila. Okay, and then the gradients. Check this out. Oh, the gradients actually came in the right place. Sometimes they don't, sometimes they do. It's kind of random. Okay, I just want to make this a bit darker. This one I love. It reminds me of Tuscany. I love that yellow boat and the trees, and it's just, woo. I love it. And I'm giving you some of these raw files also so you can play around. This one I'm giving you a 2. This one is a 2 to me. Okay, next. This one, nah. I don't know. The preset didn't work well because the light changed. So I have to, plus I can tell right away the circle is in the wrong place. So again, I'm going to make the circle smaller. But, I don't know. I don't like that photo that much. Make sure the circle is kind of outside so it just glows a bit on the photo. Yeah, compared to like this one, I think it's, this one is so much more interesting. So I'm not going to use it. This one, why not? But it's too much things going on. I'm not going to use it. This one could be interesting. The preset didn't work so well, so I can reset it and just use the golden hour preset again. Just one click. And then, okay, I'm going to have to make my black point, my white point. And the circle is just so much in the wrong place. So again, I'm going to have to go down here. That's the problem when you shift from, landscape mode to portrait mode, but it takes a second. It's no big deal. It takes a second. I really want to underexpose that photo. Yeah, that circle is not working for me because it's got too much magenta, so I'm going to kill the magenta. Maybe just kill the yellow a little bit. Just add the exposure eventually. Voila. And then add some contrast. I mean, it's okay. Let's check out the gradient. I think the gradient, that's what's wrong. Oh, yes. You see the gradients on this one were at the wrong place. I was like, something is wrong with this photo. So all you have to do is shift the gradients, put them at the right place. And that's what happens sometimes with the preset. That's kind of annoying. But again, voila. If you have a solution for it, that's kind of universal, you can leave me a comment. You can leave me a comment in any case. I love reading your comments. I answer almost to every comment. And also, if you can like this video, it would be amazing. It would make my day. Just one little like, and everything is life again. Okay, I think this one I'm going to go Instagram. 4x5 is the Instagram format. And voila, I actually like this photo. I didn't like it the first time I tried, but I kind of like the fact that we see the tree there. It has something. I'm giving it a 2. This one is already retouched because remember I synchronized. And this one is kind of cool. So, of course, I'm going to boost the highlights. Check out where my circle is. My circle is here. It might be overkilling. I'm just going to erase it. You don't have to use a circle because there was already a lot of light there. And then I'm going to go here, check my gradients. Maybe make my gradients a little darker. You can even add blue in the gradient. Sometimes it's kind of cool so that you're not too much. Just be careful because it can go a long way. Even in the water, I think I'm going to add blue in the gradient. Because remember, there's a gradient on top and a gradient at the bottom. And then this one, I want to make it a little bit darker, a bit more contrasty. Yeah, this one's cool. Giving it a 2. Okay, and the last one of the series is this one. Oh, I like it even better. So and the funny thing is, until I have done this sort of basic correction with the preset, sometimes I think a photo is bad, and then, with the preset, it's like, oh, it's way better than I expected, and I work more on it, and I'm like, yes, it's getting somewhere. Okay, cool. This one I really like. I'm giving this one a 2. Okay, so what we've got so far as a 2, we have this one, we have this one, we have this one. Oh, I love this one. This one. Oh, this one's really cool. This one. This one. All right, so now let's go to the Pier and see what we got. A whole bunch of photos there. So on this one, I'm going to use a different preset. I'm not going to use a golden hour linear circle. Remember, I'm giving you the presets. The link is below the video. I'm going to use a sunset linear circle 2. It's called 2 because I've already installed it in my professional pack. If you go under the video and you click on more, you'll see there is one more link, and that's the professional pack. Voila. The professional pack. So, boom, boom, boom. The professional packs cost $27, but you got 300 presets on it. It's crazy. It took me 4 years to do them. You should really check it out. It's the best $27 you can spend. I'm serious. Okay, this one. So, I'm just tweaking things. Oh, remember, you have to go here and make sure that the sunset is over the sunset, but that's the case. So sometimes my radial circle is a little too strong, so you can go here into range mask, luminance, and just do like this, and it's gonna make that this circle is gonna go behind the pier. Okay, behind the pier. Yeah, it's a little more natural. I think I'm gonna add more contrast to the photo. So, I took a preset and applied it. And now I'm gonna take all these 4 photos, I'm gonna synchronize that retouch, and I can see right away. I can even press N on my keyboard, Shift Tab to go in full screen mode, and I can see, because I use this technique of shooting in manual, right away which photo I think works the best. N is a survey mode. I think the most dynamic one, I think my favorite of this 4 is this one. I'm gonna give this one a 2 because we see the sun there, and I'm gonna work more on it. So Shift Tab to go out of the full screen mode. Click here. And let's take this one, which I gave it a 2-star. Let's work a little bit more on it. I think I've got too much magenta in this one. I think I want to change my white balance a little bit, and I want to blow up even more the highlights. I don't like when we have a definite sun. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, no, well, maybe just put back some of the magenta. And then one thing that I do when there is water involved is I always take a brush. Yeah, I always take a brush. And, I just make sure that the feather is 100%, flow and density around 70. And I like to brush a little bit the water, just a little tad, to make it a little nicer. And also the reflection here, the reflection on the water. Also, I think this photo is in a 4:3 format. I think it would work better in a 16:9. So I'm going to go 16:9. And I think I want to crop it in a way that we have this reflection here. Yeah, I actually really like this one. It turns out to be cool. So I'm keeping it as a 2-star. Okay, that was the best of this series. And now we come to the lone exposure series here. I'm still going to use my sunset linear circle preset as a starting point, but the white point is going to be different because the exposure is different. So black, yellow, the white I'm bringing down. Okay, this one I actually don't like the white balance. I think I'm just going to go a lot more blue on this one. Yes, a lot more blue works well. Really needs to, this one really needs like an auto feature because it's really crooked. The horizon needs to be straight. Okay, cool. Let's see here. I'm going to go, so the problem with the lone exposure is I have to go to F22. F22 means the land of sensor dust. More you close your aperture, more the dust is going to be visible on your sensor. That's a bit of a problem. Actually, my sensor was surprisingly clean that day, because usually it's much worse than that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not really blown away by this photo. I think I want to go a little darker. It's not bad. I mean, it's not bad. But, I think I got better. So, all right. First thing I'm going to do is same thing. I'm going to basically synchronize this retouching on all the photos that's left. Synchronize. And I would spend a bit more time, but I don't want to bore you, with this. And I'm going to go like 4x4. Press N, Shift Tab. So N is going to go in survey mode, Shift Tab in full screen mode. And I can, I know I need to do some fine tuning, but I can see which one I like the most, I kind of like this one. This one I already gave it a 2. I like this one. This one I'm giving it a 2. I don't like the one that has the short exposure because it's just, what happens is that the water becomes what I call a high frequency texture. So many little things going on. It just hurts my eyes, and this one's got a drop light. So I'm keeping this 2, this one and this one as the best. Shift Tab to go out of the full screen mode. And now I'm going to go to this one, press on this, and to go out of survey mode, and now we can retouch this one. So this one needs more work. Definitely, it's too dark. So I'm going to check my black point. Yeah, it's too strong. I'm going to check my white point. Yeah, it needs to be higher. Okay. And on this one, I think the water is way too dark. So you know what? I'm going to go here to my gradient, and this gradient, I'm going to make it much bigger. And instead of making it dark, I'm going to make it bright. Because I love these reflections here. Maybe less of a gradient. going up, and that's too much. Yeah, I think I want to see this reflection. I think it's kind of cool. Yes, and I'm gonna go to auto. See, oh, it already went to auto. I'm gonna take auto off. Okay, sometimes auto does a bad job. That's why I don't use it in presets, because you see auto. And I'm gonna go. I don't want to go 16:9 on this one. I just want to make sure the horizon is perfectly straight. So using this tool, voila. Because if I go 16:9, I'm gonna crop off too much things. So I'm gonna keep it this way. Yeah, you know, I'm still giving it 2, but it's not the best. It's not the best. Okay, let's go to the night shots. Yeah, it's a little dark. It was getting really dark. And I think that's the one I like the most because of where the water was. But, you know, I have to basically make sure that my blank point is way too strong now. And then white point. So when it comes to white point and CD lights, I don't care to burn CD lights so much. So that kind of works well for me. Maybe a little bit brighter. I think my sunset circle is a little too strong. So I'm going to put it here and I'm going to go here in luminance. And I'm going to go to range to go it so it goes behind the pier. And it's going to take out some of its power. And yeah, I kind of like this one. Yeah, definitely a cool photo. So 2. So let me show you at the end of the day the 2 photos that I got of the Malibu Pier. So I got this one. I got this one. I got this one, and I got this one, 16:9. I think this is the one I like the most, the first one. Okay, guys, so don't forget to download my preset. I hope you're going to enjoy them. Give them a chance. Give them a chance. Please like this video, and if you did not subscribe to my channel, click the little subscribe button, click the little bell, hit that little bell, and I will see you in another video. I do 2 videos per week, every Tuesday and every Friday. It's crazy.